Hi, Grandma Debbie here. So with the holidays coming up real quick, they're going to be here. We're blinking and they're going to be here. Um, we're going to make holiday crack. Technically, it's called Christmas crack, but I'm changing the name to holiday crack. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm making this for Thanksgiving. Now, you're not going to see this till after Thanksgiving, and I apologize. But all you got to do is make a couple little changes, and it's now for Christmas or any other holiday that you want. You can even do Valentine's Day if you want. So that's why I'm going with holiday, because this is a versatile recipe that you can do any time of the year. You can even do it during the summer if you want, and change things up. So we're going to get started. It doesn't take too long to do, but it's going to be delicious. All right, so let's get going. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to line our cookie sheet with aluminum foil. You can also use parchment paper, but I like to use aluminum foil for this. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to spray it with cooking spray. And we are also preheating our oven to 400 degrees. Okay, so now we're going to get started, and we're going to take saltines, and we're going to lay them out onto the cookie sheet here. And you're going to use about 40 of these crackers, which is roughly a sleeve. What's your favorite way to eat saltines? Mine is just with a little bit of butter. Okay, so this is actually 40 crackers. And I think I'm going to open up another package and do, to complete this row, because it looks bare to me. I don't like that. Okay, so we've got these all together. And now we're going to head over to the oven, or to the stove. Sorry guys, I don't know what I'm talking about. We're going to head over to the stove, and we're going to get started on the next phase of this. So let's move on over. Kind of change of plans. We're going to get our chocolate chips ready to go first, so that I don't have to do anything when I come back over here. I can just get them on here. So I need to get a bowl. All right, so we're going to need 2 cups of chocolate chips. And you can actually use whatever kind of chocolate you want to use. And you could even do white chocolate if you wanted to. All right, there's 2 cups. We got that ready. And I forgot the brown sugar. I thought I grabbed it. I must have put it someplace. So now I need to grab brown sugar. I'm really not with it, guys. I'm like all over the kitchen. So I will be back with the brown sugar. Okay, now I am going to be putting these on top of the on top of the crackers after we do all the other stuff that we're going to do. These are kind of fallish. There's little fall leaves in there. There's some turkeys. Just some fall fun colors. So this is what's going to go on top. All right, so now we need 1 cup of brown sugar. I brought the brown sugar, but I left it on the table. Okay, so apparently at this point, my microphone went out, and so you can't hear what I was saying. But I was talking about the brown sugar. I am getting 1 cup of brown sugar and lightly packing it, and I'm getting it ready for the next phase. So, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get our brown sugar, then we're going to head over to the other side of the kitchen. Okay, so now one thing we're going to do is I forgot what we were going to do. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, we're going to put a cup of butter in a saucepan, hence right there. Then we're going to add in, and my oven has finally preheated, and it feels really good. I'm so cold today. I don't know why. I'm just freezing. I can't seem to warm up. So it's kind of nice hanging out by the stove right now, by the oven, because it's nice and warm. Okay, so we got our cup of butter. And then we're going to add in, we're going to turn this on to medium heat. And then we're going to add our cup of brown sugar. And we're just going to whisk it until it melts. Not a pretty color. So now these treats are actually going to go to my daughter's office for her coworkers to enjoy. Okay, so we're just going to let this bubble away for a few minutes until it forms a toffee type color. Smells really good. All right, I think we've let this boil enough. So we're going to head over to the other side of the kitchen. Okay, so we're going to pour this over our crackers. All right, then we're going to use a spatula to spread it out. Kind of try to get even over the crackers. Oops, without moving the crackers. Ooh, that's hot. I just burned my fingers, guys. You just want to kind of cover the crackers as best that you can. Okay. All right, so now we're going to get this into the oven, and we're going to cook it for 5 minutes in the oven. And then when we're done, I'll bring you back. Okay, so I got it out of the oven, and now I'm just going to sprinkle the chocolate chips all over so that they can start melting. And then we're going to let these sit here for a few minutes. And while they sit, they'll melt, and then we'll spread them out. Okay, so we're just going to let this sit here for a few minutes, and then once they start to melt, we are going to use an offset spatula to spread out the chocolate chips, the chocolate all over. So I'll bring you back in a few minutes. Okay, so it's starting to melt, so I'm just going to start spreading out the chocolate as best I can. And don't worry, if it's not all covered, not that big of a deal. So and then we're going to leave this sitting out on the counter for several hours while it cools. Doesn't that look good, guys? Smells delicious. Who would have thought, right, that you could use saltines for something like this? I would not have. It's kind of fun exploring things. You know, pretty much everybody has saltines or some sort of a saltine. Saltine is just, you know, a brand, I think. But, you know, a cracker. You can also use a store brand if that's what you have. We had bought saltines from Costco because we go through a lot of saltines. And we knew the holidays were coming up where we would go through even more. Okay, look at this. I got it almost all spread out evenly all over the place. It smells wonderful. Smells absolutely delicious. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to sprinkle with these. And you sprinkle as much as you want. Be liberal, you know. You could also do nuts if you wanted to. That's up to you. Okay, I think it looks good. All right, so we're going to let this sit. I'll bring you back when I break it up, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. All right, so I'll bring you back in a little bit, probably in a couple hours. Okay, so it's been several hours. This is cooled off. It's cooled off a lot. So now we're just going to start breaking it up. So we're going to try and get it out of there. And it's still a little... So you're just kind of breaking it up. And you can break it, you can actually cut it up into squares if you wanted to, but I'm just going to break it up into pieces. And then I'm going to put it on a tray. And I'm getting little candies all over the place. Let me bring the tray a little closer. So this is the tray I'm putting it on. My hands are warm, so I'm kind of melting the chocolate. So you kind of want to keep this cool. So once I get this all done, I'm going to put it on the refrigerator. Okay, so I got it all broken up. The tray is pretty full. I'll add a couple more pieces. I'm going to get that in the refrigerator as well. Wash my hands. I'm going to taste one of these, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to get a small little piece, and I'm going to try it. I hope I can find a small little piece. Ah, here's one. Here's a small little piece. I'm going to give it a try. It's good. Super sweet. I'm not a huge sweet person, but that is super sweet and it's super good. So give it a try. Keep it in a cool place because otherwise you're just going to have it melted. So I'm going to get the remaining pieces on a plate, get them in the refrigerator to keep them cool. I'm going to put the tray in the refrigerator as well to keep it cool because my house I had the oven going, so now it's all warmed up in the house. So I'm going to get that in the refrigerator, keep it cool. All right. Well, I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I hope that you're having an amazing day and everything's going great for you. And hit that like, hit the subscribe, and hit the share button. And I will see you soon. Bye.